Alright, an easier double, one you can tie in about 5 or 10 seconds when you get used to it. And I'll do it in this first so you can see, and then do one in a piece of mono. Make your double, of course, however long you want it. I'll say that for reason's sake. It's just laying there like this. So pinch it at the end and then make a loop with your double. And you'll wrap up your fingers, put the double loop back through the loop you've made, pull them all down, and it forms into a double. Nice and quick, get you out of trouble. About 85% I think they are, the breaking strain of them for the knot. Here it is again, just with a bit of light mono. They're a bit easy and you do a few more wraps. So you make your double as long as you want. Pinch it, make a loop, then wrap up your fingers, get your loop at the end of your double back through the loop you made, and pull them down. Everything all falls into place pretty easy. Check that bit. Wet it, probably go a lot better. And there it is. Here's your double. Nice and easy. Couple of seconds and you're away again. But not as strong as a plat. Alright, the next one would be joining braid to mono. To your fluorocarbon leaders or whatever. I'm not saying these are the best and greatest knots of all time, but they seem to do pretty good for me. Haven't had many break. This one is a knot that works on itself. It kind of pulls the harder you pull on it, the better the knot works. And you start with your fluorocarbon or your leader or whatever you're using, and then we've got the braid. 15-20 pound I think this is, and this is 150 mono. Alright, so we've got your braid and your leader. Grab your braid coming from your rod and just loosely put it over the top of your leader so it just lays on it. Give yourself a good 30 centimetre or 15-20 centimetre piece of tag, and then this one goes to your rod or your reel. That's pretty easy, you're just laying it on top of it. Now the end that comes from your rod, you go under your tag and around, and then your tag end you do the same in the opposite, under and around, under, around, under and 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 around. Do this half a dozen times on each side, then grab both tags and cinch up the knot, tighten the spirals you've just done. And you're back to the start. You've got your end coming from your rod and you've got your tag end. Same again, half a dozen over and unders for each side. And this is just creating a spiral wrap up your rod, up your line I mean, to they bite into each other, as you'll see. Once you get another half dozen or so, do the same, tighten them up, easy. Now you're back to the same, tag end, main line. Now the main line end lays along the tag of your leader, like that. Then you grab the tag end of your braid, drape it over and do a half hitch around the main line and the tag of the leader, and pull that down onto your spirals, and that will lock your spirals off. Now same again, but come under this time and then back down. So you've done two different reverse half hitch, which is a clove hitch, and that'll lock itself off. And there you have that bit of it. So you've got your main line, your tag of your braid, and your leader, the tag of your leader, and this is however long you want your leader to be. Now wrap your leader around your hand, and then also might have to get a tea towel or a jumper or something. Do the same with the braid hand, with the main line of the braid, until you get so you can pull. This has to be pulled pretty tight for everything to work, but once you do, you won't be doing another one. So we pull down as tight as we can, and that's the knot. So now another half hitch. We can trim the ends. Tag end of the leader, you can trim as close to the knot as possible. Same with the tag end of the braid. Now the crisscross bites into your line. It won't move anywhere, they don't come undone. It's 100% knot strength. There's no kinks or hitches in your line to make a lump for your runners. It's all just a one-way guide. Run through your runners really nice, and I've never had one let go. You can put a bit of super glue on where you've cut your braid at the end just to seal it, but I don't think you really need to. They seem to work pretty well. and that goes from any poundage to any poundage, lighter or heavier, it doesn't matter. You can go 10 pound to 100 pound. It's pretty good, pretty universal kind of thing. Now the last one would be a probably just what you'd tie a hook on with, a uni knot. Say this is the eye of your hook. Put your line through the eye of the hook, and so you just have the line going through the eye and back to itself. Pinch both lines together, pretty easy, and then you've got this tag here doing nothing. Put the tag down towards the eye of the hook, form a loop, bring the tag under both pieces of line twice, and then pull up. Never tighten a knot on the eye of your hook like that. You'll put a big kink in your line down here. Always grab your knot, slide your line back up to the eye of your hook, and you can pull as tight as you want, and that's your uni knot. Alright, like I said, I'm not saying they're the best, greatest knots in the world, but they seem to do me alright. You don't have many fish kind of break knots or anything. You're normally getting bitten off or something like that, something different. Knots don't normally break. And yeah, if it helps, good, and cheers.